Today, we will be talking about the opioid crisis, what they are, and having a better understanding on the connections between this deadly drug and those who are houseless. Opioid crisis is an ongoing epidemic that has been going on since the 1990s. It started when the rate of prescribing OxyContin increased. Now, illegal drugs are mixed with these synthetic opioids such as fentanyl to increase the effects it has on a user. We have all heard about opioids, but do we know what opioids are and the effects they have? Opioids, also known as narcotics, are medication that are prescribed for either persistent pain, such as back pain and headaches, or severe levels of pain, such as the outcomes after a surgery or injuries. There are different types of opioids, such as fentanyl, codeine, oxycodone, morphine, etc. When ingested, the opioids use receptors on the nerve cells which block out pain messages received from the brain, which helps minimize the pain the person is feeling. In certain situations, uses of these medications can become dependent on these narcotics. When the receptors are blocked, your body produces more noradrenaline, so the body is back to being balanced. The body takes a while to produce the normal amount of noradrenaline. When these receptors are removed, your body would be producing too much of it, resulting in your body feeling imbalanced. First-time users withdrawing from their medication can experience insomnia or jittery nerves. It results in you feeling like you need these narcotics in order to feel balanced or feel better. Now let's talk about how drugs, specifically opioids, tie to those who are houseless. Those who don't use opioids cautiously become addicted to these narcotics. They begin to use large quantities of these drugs or stronger drugs to have a more effective opioid high, and at this point, it's the only thing on their mind. It leads to them putting all their time and money into getting these drugs. This results in them losing many of their relationships with others, their job, and house, which leaves the individual to be houseless and in search of something to replicate the opioid high. A lot of people also wonder why banning the use of these drugs isn't a solution. In this case, it does not solve the problem. The only thing it does is increase the overdosing rates. Those who have used opioids long-term have a difficult time when it comes to withdrawing. Since their body isn't used to the effects of these narcotics, the withdrawal systems have greater effects. They begin to experience symptoms such as diarrhea, stomach pains, vomiting, muscle aches, fever, etc. With many of these users dealing with their addiction by themselves, dealing with these withdrawal symptoms can be challenging. The opioid epidemic has been going on for a while, and there is no true solution to this critical and crucial problem. Banning these drugs would instead increase the overdose and death rates, as drugs will be much more expensive and will be harder to find. Those who aren't able to go through the effects of the withdrawal will go through dangerous matters to have the same feeling as they did with opioids. Instead, what organizations are doing is they're creating these sites where users can use these drugs in a monitored, safe, sterile space in which the risk of infections and overdoses are low. Doctors are also required to sign special waivers to prescribe medications similar to opioids. And there are also opioid maintenance programs that are available to those who would like to withdraw from the usage of drugs. They are given medication that lessen the extreme effects of withdrawal and make recovering from addiction more manageable. Thank you for listening, and I hope you learned something about opioids.